Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys, John Natale, for episode 84, the technology and tools you'll need to run an effective real estate team. We're going to go through the systems that I use, that also just in general in which you will need to run an effective team here in 2025. Running a real estate team is not easy. However, leveraging the latest technology, some of these tools, especially for training and support, will make your life immensely easier. So I'm excited to share these tools with you in this episode of Getting Real. Before we dive in today, I have to take a second to thank you, one, just for listening to this episode. Spending a few minutes of your time taking in this message means the world to me. We do this episode, we do all of our episodes completely free without sponsorship. Our mission here at Natale and at Getting Real is for less agents to fail and more agents to find the life of their dreams. It's what I've done over the last almost 2 decades. So if you could take this episode, you could share it to your Instagram story, tag me in that, share this episode with a friend. I'd be just a little bit more appreciative of you, but I am extremely thankful you're here and excited to share this message. If you're here in New Jersey and you're looking for a dynamic real estate company to join, our 100% commission model brokerage at Natale may be a great fit for you. There's a link below, no matter where you're watching this or listening, to book a call and meet with me to discuss our options here at Natale and your business and what you would like to do to grow your real estate business. If you're in one of the other 49 states or across the world at this point, and you're looking to grow your personal brand, you're looking to grow your business, you're looking to grow your life, you want to have fun making a great living, you want to make an impact on your community, build a legacy, Natale Coaching is for you. Go to natalecoaching.com. Down at the bottom of the website is a calendar to book a call with me. You'll have a one-on-one discovery call with me to discuss our options at Natale Coaching and your business. And if you're a business owner or a real estate agent that is also looking for the help in implementing digital marketing techniques, we also have Natale Media, where we not only coach you up, but we help you with implementation. So the editing, the posting, Google, website design, all of the traditional things digital marketing agencies do, plus the side of coaching on what will actually grow your business's brand. All of that information is at natalemediahub.com. Now let's dive into today's episode on the tools you'll need to run an effective real estate team. The first one will be kind of obvious. The second two, say the second and the third, kind of go hand in hand together. And I'm going to give you the layout of what I think you need to have as an effective real estate team leader in terms of the tools, one, offered to your agents, but also how to actually implement some of this stuff. And the first one is obviously going to be a strong CRM. Now, if you're at a brokerage that has a great CRM that you could designate as your own teams, that is fantastic. We have a pretty strong one here that we utilize for our agents here. Whether you're watching this or listening to it, the link is below if you do want to go get a free demo of that. However, there's tons of great options, and I will be perfectly honest with you right now. There's only like 1 or 2 that are at the upper echelon of pricing that may even be worth it. Many of the CRMs out there do exactly the same thing. What I like about ours is that they could build it out custom for you. So they design it exactly how your team wants it, rather than just a cookie cutter solution. But there's tons of great CRMs out there, from Follow Up Boss, which I prefer people stay away with because they're obviously owned by Zillow, Lions Desk, Wise Agent, KV Core, Lofty. What you need to do as a leader is you need to probably look into plenty of them if your brokerage doesn't have a strong solution for you. And possibly if you can't even integrate your team into your brokerages, it does make sense to have your own, even just at running your own real estate team. Go meet with quite a few of these, see what is the best system for how your business operates right now, and make sure that it's going to be a good and easy fit for the agents at your team. One of the biggest mistakes I made in opening my own brokerage and then having my own CRM, the first CRM we had was fantastic. It was great, but there was so much you could do with it that a lot of the agents didn't adapt it because it was too overwhelming. Now, I think if I was going back, and again, a lot of this podcast is the mistakes I've made. If I was going back, this second and third thing we're going to talk about today, I didn't use those as a function very early on when we first opened, and that makes life so much easier now. But sometimes when you have too much in a CRM, agents, unless they are extremely tech savvy, are not going to dive into it because it's too cumbersome. So making sure either you're getting like a white glove treatment, like an onboarding specific for your team, you're getting support from that CRM for your team, and you're making sure you actually train them on the system is really, really important. But I typically suggest meeting with 3 to 5 different CRM companies, different price points, see what you're getting for your money, and then picking the best solution from there. Our CRM has it all built into one. if you don't have your pipeline and your compliance for what you need for your team built into your CRM, and this will depend on what company you're at truly. However, we have our compliance built in, so transaction management on the actual CRM. That was important to me to have one solution for everything, not 6 different places that each team member needs to go, because that becomes its own cumbersome process. We've built out in our CRM basically pipeline for the entire transactions, where you start a transaction at account station and then you drag and drop as you are going to actively looking, to putting in an offer, to an accepted offer, to attorney review, and then you could see so on and so forth all the way to the end. But the cool thing that we've built out inside of our CRM is every single time an agent drops their client into a new bucket, into a new pipeline, or not even into a new pipeline, into a new stage of the pipeline, they get already a customized email that they could send to their client to update them on what exactly to expect. We originally had it set where as you drag and drop, it would automatically go to the client. However, we all know deals fall through sometimes. So people would go to inspections, they get the inspection letter, then back to attorney review, or back to deal fell through, accepted offer, then to attorney review. And it just became a little bit weird to be sending the same thing over and over again. So what we do is we have it set so the system itself will just send it to the agent. And then obviously if it's the first time the client's going through, or they're now at a new stage finally, then they will get it. Or if it's been 9 months, maybe it makes sense to send it to them again. But having a great system that you know how to utilize will absolutely create a much better environment for your team. Having a great CRM creates also stickiness. A lot of people will stay at a team solely for a great CRM. Now, it's not the environment you necessarily want to build, and that won't be the environment if we keep listening to these episodes that I'm dropping. However, a great CRM creates a pretty good experience for the agents, that especially the ones that adapt it and want to adapt it. We all know a CRM is really, really important in your business. It makes your life a lot easier. It can automate an insane amount of tasks. So having the right one is a great thing for your real estate team. The second tool that I use, not even lying, almost on a daily basis is Loom. If you haven't utilized Loom yet, you really need to start. What Loom allows you to do, if you haven't heard of it, it's software on your computer, laptop, whatever, that allows you to record your screen as you also narrate. So it can put you if you have a webcam or just anything, any sort of camera on your computer, it can put you as a little bubble so people can see you. However, it records your screen as you talk. So for training purposes, this is an amazing asset. Even just for review of things, from the agents at your team's business plan, to the way they wrote up a contract, to how they pulled comps. Loom allows you to create that video, the recording of your screen, and share that link with somebody. And so what we use it for is I built out for our CRM, for how to write up a contract, how to present an offer, how to do basically everything in our business, I have a Loom video for. And what that helps you as a team leader, you don't have to hop on a call once a week to say, oh, this is how you have to do it. And then we'll share a screen, we'll hop on Zoom, we'll hop on Google Meet, we'll share our screen, and we'll go through it. This gives you the very easy ability to literally just go on, record a video, record it once, and then it's accessible to your team. Which brings me to the third tool. I utilize a Google Classroom for all of our training. Now, could I host it in the CRM? I absolutely could. I just found Google Classroom is the easiest thing, and it's easy to digest, it's easy to organize, easy people get in and out of there. And so you take all these Loom videos that you're recording. And this is what I'm asking you as a leader, and this is what happens with the teams that I coach, is yes, it is a little bit of a process up front. If you've never provided this for your team or have never done this, yes, you got to sit there and go slowly through whatever contract you have, how to write up a listing agreement, how to write up a contract, how to put this addendum in, how to upload the documents to compliance, how to add a contact to CRM, how to add people to a drip campaign, how to take people from this system and put them here, how to sync your social media profiles to your CRM. All these different things you're going to have to actually sit down and do. And I know that sounds like a lot of work, but I want you to envision, what I typically suggest people do is shoot for a couple videos a week or 3 or 4 training videos a week. Don't sit there and say, hey, I'm going to take the next 2 weeks of my life and build out this entire onboarding, training, support system for my agents. Just slowly go along and build and build and build. And then you're going to wake up in a few months, maybe even 6 months, and you're going to have your in full training ready to go. And the beautiful thing is after that, they have all the recordings. You then don't have to take your time to explain things. You're able to say, hey, I recorded a video on exactly how to add that contact. Head over to the Google Classroom. If you have admin support or virtual assistants, I have a few different virtual assistants. All of the training for them is all Looms. It's in a separate Google Classroom than what we provide for our agents here. But that becomes the book of being John Natale's assistant. So if one is not working out, it's easy to say, okay, this is not working out. Wish you the best. and then someone else can come plug and play. This is systems, guy. I talked about this in terms a few episodes back on the ability of your systems is almost equal to the success of your team. You not having taken time out of your day as a leader to go explain things for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 10th time is really important. Here's exactly how John looks at comps. And I go through these different things. Here's exactly what you should print out for a listing consultation. Here's exactly, like I said, how to add a contact, how to add a drip campaign, how to post content like we do. All of these different things are built out into a Google Classroom, and you utilize Loom to record the videos of your screen. If you have an iPhone, you can also share your screen from your iPhone onto your computer as well as you are doing Loom, depending obviously if you have a Mac. So there's tons of different things you can do, but I would look at, if you haven't built anything, I would look at setting a goal of 3 or 4 training videos, go by piece of business as you go on. Start with the basics, the things you really don't want to be going over again. How to write up a contract, how to write up a listing agreement, the documents you need, how to submit documents for compliance, how to pull comps. These are really, really effective things. Start with the big ones that will take up your most time, and then go down piece of business, buyer side business, listing side business. If you do investors, if you do rentals, how to do all these things. Record a Loom. People could watch them and take them in. Go very, very slow. People could watch them at 1.5 or 2x speed, but they'll have them for life. And that will make your life a lot easier as you go on in your leadership journey. And the 4th tool that I think is very effective for leadership to have are systems or places to find virtual assistants like Fiverr or Upwork. I utilize Upwork a lot. Sometimes people prefer to have an assistant with them. Some people prefer to have virtual assistants. Some people prefer to have one virtual assistant that does everything. I typically have found finding virtual assistants through Upwork for specific tasks is always the most efficient and most effective way to hire. So I have someone for video editing. I have someone that goes and pulls data. I have someone that does more general admin tasks. And you're able to find people very, very simply through Upwork. And as a leader, you need to start learning how to delegate and not even going onto systems like Upwork, Fiverr. Obviously, delegating to team members here is important, but those admin tasks that you are still taking care of as a leader need to stop. The thing that you are great at that brings the business for the team, or the highest level, if you're coaching agents, whatever you are doing that's bringing more revenue to the team, you want to be doing more of that. So having a system or a tool like Upwork or Fiverr to find people across the world that can work efficiently and effectively will make your business a lot more profitable. So it's another tool you need to know. And the 5th and final tool that a lot of people forget about that should be honestly a daily tool in your pocket is ChatGPT. When I tell you, I use ChatGPT almost as if they are a personal assistant for my life at this point. People really sleep on the fact of how conversational it is, how it learns who you are, how you write. I've put out tons of videos. I even have a few podcast episodes on AI, and then I even have one on ChatGPT. But this is a tool you guys need to have in your pocket and be using on a daily basis. It is absolutely worth the money. Even if you're on the free plan, it still should be something you use on a daily basis. And it is a very effective tool once you start diving in and realize how much you can ask it. For instance, I've been doing so damn well lately with walkthrough tours, bringing people into my DMs. And I said, why am I sitting here trying to figure out this system, which is another great system to have if you're into content creation, which is ManyChat, which automates and uses AI for a lot of the steps of automatically messaging people that comment something specific on one of your videos. So these are those comment guides. And then people say guide, and then they get the comment back, and then they get a DM. You've seen these plenty of times. But I wanted to lay it out exactly how I wanted to lay it out so I don't have to get involved in the conversation until they get to a certain point. And I was playing with it, and I was like, what the hell are you doing, John? Went to ChatGPT, said, hey, here's exactly what I want to set up. Can you give me a step-by-step tutorial of exactly what button to press in ManyChat so it can get done? And boom, it is done. I even found out you can customize it so it doesn't even just have to give a generic message. You can actually address it to a person that says it, and it's all AI and it's all done automatically. We can throw ManyChat somewhat in as a system. I don't think you necessarily need it as a team unless content is a big part of your team, but that's just a small example in the last 24 to 48 hours how I use ChatGPT to make my life a lot easier, a lot quicker, a lot more efficient, a lot more effective. Utilize it as if it's your personal assistant in your pocket, and you're going to see a lot starts to change for you. Those are the 5 tools you need to run an effective team. You don't need to spend $1 million a year, but if you have a great CRM, great pipeline, great transaction management software, I love that ours is all in one. If you build great videos on Loom, you pull those to a Google Classroom, you delegate through Upwork or Fiverr, and then you use ChatGPT as if it's a personal assistant in your pocket, you will run an extremely effective real estate team, company in 2025.